So we're back, and sorry for earlier when we were kind of ignoring the things we were experiencing because we were busy setting up all the stuff that you see in your jail. Is there somebody down here with us now? You hear that? Like coming from the other side? Is there somebody down here with us now? You hear that? Like coming from the other side? We're inside the punishment cell. Many people felt pain in here. A lot of pain. People got the strap. People were not given food. They were not given water. Maybe you were put in here naked and it was cold without a blanket. Maybe the guards raised their fists to you. Maybe you felt that the quality of life was so horrible that you took it here in this space. We know that a few have, in this room, taken their life. We are here to communicate with you. So do your best to speak. So do your best to speak. To engage with us. To communicate with us. You're familiar with all the devices or objects that we bring with us. You're familiar with all the devices or objects that we bring with us, that they light up, that they make noise. We try to record your voice. If there's anybody outside of this cell right now, feel free to come in here. Join us. I think that's a car.
I don't know what that is, but there's like some movement on the outside. But I thought it was like a drip at one point.
I heard like a low, like humming sound. It could have been a car outside. But where we are, we're pretty far. We're pretty far from the street. It's feeling really hot in here. It's warm, and I know it should be cold. Eric, are you near that? Okay. Both the red and the green, so there was movement on either side, like somebody walked in here, over the flux. Are you joining me now that I'm alone? Can you let me know by touching one of the devices on the bench behind me? Can you knock on the wall?
So the flux went off?
Both sides of it. The green and the red.
Almost like something was following me outside?
Either that or coming in.
Because I left? Wanted you to themselves?
So just like that. It was red first, then green.
That's cool.
Are you hot in here? Like I'm hot.
It's warm in
I'm
here.
sweating.
Well,
But it shouldn't be warm in here.
It's usually colder in here.
Well, I feel cold. Like if I touch the walls and I feel the air around me is cold, but I feel like hot. Sitting down so I can focus on the sounds. So there are 3 cells beside us. Those cells are extremely inhumane. It's quite shocking to think that it wasn't that long ago that people were kept in spaces like that. Dropped or lowered into holes. From what I read, they kept those with mental health illnesses in those cells. Those who would be transferred to the Rockwood Asylum. Inmates who are unmanageable. Is there anybody in those cells right now who can knock and let us know that you're in there? That you can hear us? If that was a knock that we heard, you'll have to be a little bit more clear and louder than that. Could be just a building sound. What's that? Eric is turning on a device that utilizes the environment to pick words out of a database. It's called an ovulus. The idea is that if you can change the environment around that device, you can choose a word. It's a little far-fetched, but I've heard people got some results. I haven't been convinced yet, so you have an opportunity to do so now. Go up to Eric. Change the environment around him. And choose a word. Why don't you give me a color? Can you pick a color? A color and a number. How about that?
Jim. We always get Jim here.
Jim Sutherland, it's said that you died here. We just got the name Jim out of the... Jim Sutherland, it's said that you died here. We just got the name Jim out of the... What was that?
That was really weird, like a...
I think it was like a mechanical sound almost. So back to Jim. Jim is the name we get here a lot. It just came through the ovulus. Jim Sutherland. You did exist. You were here in the 1800s. You were beaten by the guards. You were mistreated and you died here. Is this the space where you lost your life?
Human.
Sure, Jim, you were a human at age.
Self.
So Jim, human, and self are the 3 words. Jim was a human being. I don't know how self can relate.
He's talking about himself.
Human, yeah, that he's human. Okay, we can roll with that, Jim. You are a human being, and perhaps the guards from the stories that are told you are not treated as a human. Jim, if you did walk into this space before and triggered the flux device to go off, can you do that again for us?
Rabbit.
Can you go to that device and walk by it?
15.
There's my number, 15. Just give me a color. Give me a color, Jim. Holiday. It always says holiday.
It is Easter.
The one time. I don't know, I'm feeling pains in here, like in my chest and my legs.
You're very uncomfortable.
Well, I was hot before, now I'm feeling cool. But I mean, the feet like keep me from setting up, like running around this jail and placing things, so.
I wonder if I left like I did before. And then if the flux will go off the same way.
You want to try leaving? Alright, Eric is going to leave and see if the flux device goes off. Are you going to follow Eric out of the cell? It said preacher. We did set up a preacher in Mommy. Is Billy here? Billy or Matthew, the children, are you guys here? It's funny that it said Mommy because we've been getting that a lot here at the jail. And Pluto. Pluto doesn't make any sense. Kyle, if you're hearing some weird noises, it's me getting up and down from the bench. Outside. Eric is outside. Do you want us to go outside? Do you want us to leave this cell? I think you might like the company. It did go up here.
Wide.
Yeah, I'm a pretty wide guy. You're whistling?
Might have been my nose.
Sound like a tune though. Well, the last time we were here, we had the flux that went off once. But not both sides like that. That was weird.
That was like someone walked out the
Like
same
one
way
leg
we
and
did.
the other, like
Yeah.
just went right by it. And maybe you're not doing it again because it caught you and you didn't realize it did that. Is there a reason why you don't want to be known, if that's the case? Are you hiding?
Soon.
I don't really think that you guys hide from us. I think that maybe if you're here, that you're standing and you're watching us from a distance. I don't think you get too close.
What was that?
I was like you're shifting. Could have been Kyle though. you're out in that hall looking in, watching us, why don't you come inside, get closer to us? Not too close, but you can share this space with us. You can sit down with me on the bench. That sounded weird.
Beach. As you said, bench.
It's like a bench beach.
Looks like he saw you.
East. Murder?
Marker.
Marker. East marker. Is it the east cell block? Is that where you want us to go? They called it the east cell block, and the west cell block, and the south cell block. Metal. The marker.
Marker. East marker. Middle. Middle marker. East middle. Oh,
Yes.
does that mean I'm onto something? There's a metal marker in the east cell block. Now, if I were to go up there and we went into the east cell block and we found a metal marker that's significant, then that would convince me that maybe the Oculus has something going for it.
What was that one?
Size.
Size?
Yeah.
Is it a big marker?
A small marker?
Kyle, did you just, well, tell us when we come up, but I just want to mark that I heard like a
Yeah.
cough or something.
Yeah.
Thin?
Tin.
Tin?
So maybe it's something tin.
Tin marker. I don't know what would be a marker in the east. Maybe it's not the east cell block, or maybe the east courtyard. But the east courtyard is now not there anymore.
Wave.
Wave? Wave? I'll wave. Can you wave back? That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. That flux. And that flux was running in this room all night last night. All night it was running in this room. And it never triggered, not once. But when we're here and we're speaking to it, and we're engaging and, you know, adding a stimulus to the energy, strange.
You got your color.
What?
Green.
15 green. I got my color.
And your number.
Yeah, 15 green. Henri, we're really here for you tonight, and we haven't addressed you yet in this space. Now, were you ever brought down here? Did you spend time in this space? Can you let us know? I'm pretty sure if you're here that you know what we're doing. What is it?
Country.
Like I was saying, Henri, you know what we're doing here. You know what we've done upstairs if you are here. I don't know if you're following us around or not, but we will address you more formally when we are upstairs. But Henri, if you did spend time here, if they did bring you down here for any type of corporal punishment, I know in the 70s the punishment was more restrictive diet and stuff like that, not really the strap. I think it was in 79, I believe, that they stopped using the strap. So being here in the 50s, maybe? You heard that?
Yeah.
Maybe leave me alone down here a bit and go check in with Kyle and come back to see what he's been hearing. Eric is just going to leave me alone down here. He's going to go check in with Kyle to see if he's been hearing anything.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah. Mostly it was when you first started talking about Jim. Yeah, there was something after that, and I heard a kid's voice at one point. I don't know what the, so it was a mommy or
kids
yeah.
at one point. Yes,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
And I noticed Seguin cell. That something happened there, like to the camera. You know, like it flashed off and.
Was it when we was talking about Seguin by any chance?
No, it was early on. Yeah. It was just once.
Is there something that you would like to say to me? Just say it. Now I know if you can hear some voices in the background, that is Eric and Kyle talking. The station, the base is not really all that far from here. There's a very loud device beside me. I'll touch it so you can hear it. We didn't even turn it on. So all you have to do is touch the antenna and it'll make that loud noise, like you just heard. That antenna is producing an electromagnetic field, like a bubble. Just go up to it, touch it, and you'll make that loud noise. Then I'll know that you're okay coming close to me, because to touch that device, you have to go directly beside me. Thought I just heard a whisper, like a female whisper. Are you whispering beside me? What was that loud noise? Just gonna turn off the Oculus. Just gonna turn off the Oculus. Just turning on that cat ball. So the Oculus that's solo, which is pretty interesting, because I'm down here for solo. And Eric just moved back. So what did Carl have to say?
He said when we were talking about Jim that he heard something, so we'll have to look at that. And then he said he heard a child's voice when you were talking about like the mommy thing. And that at some point some sort of like flash or something happened in the Henri Seguin section where the camera is.
Could be light reflection.
Did you hear that?
It was that weird cell door type sound, or
Yeah.
the lock thing again. Right.
Can you do that again?
I'm just yawning, God. God. We'll give you one more word out of this and we'll turn it off. And here it is, night. Not really relating. Okay, so maybe we should move on to another area and we'll revisit this area later. So Jim, if you're here, thank you for interacting. If that was you, we will check out the east cell block for a marker made of tin of a certain size, I guess. And we'll see, that'll convince me of the obvious. If there is some sort of significant marker in there that we've never noticed made out of tin, then, you know, it's definitely something that will move me towards the favor of the obvious.
Before we move on, can you make that light go off one more time? Just walk by.
What did it turn green for again? What was I saying?
I can't remember.
Me neither. It was something about Jim? Holy cow.
What was that?
What could have that been? That was
Those
like-
are footsteps, no?
Here it is again.
Those are footsteps, Elliot. You hear that? Those are footsteps.
Shh. It's repeated sounds.
We gotta find it.
I just want to keep listening to it. It's on the left, I think.
the building, it's something in the ceiling.
Like the ticking sound?
Yeah.
That's like a clock.
Yeah.
But that's not what we were hearing
No.
before, and that came from this side.
Are you here? Can you make your presence known? Can you close that door for me or knock on it?
What was that?
Can you make your presence known? Can you close that door for me or knock on it?
Like, did he hear that same, like, thud sound? What, was that you, or did
No, that was here and I was over there.
So closer to me.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone's taking their finger and they're hitting that table over there, like, really hard or something. Can you make that sound again for us? If it was you? Because I've never heard that down here before. I'm pretty familiar with the noises that this building makes. Alright, let's move on to another space. Anything, Brown?
Yeah, footsteps. I heard like when we were hearing it. Again, the Seguin cell. I don't know if it's light coming from outside or whatever, but what is that white piece right there? Is it a book?
Yeah, it's like the last rites book.
Okay, it looked like it. I don't know if it flashed but just that, like the flashed or moved a bit or I'm not sure.
Flash it with a light and tell me if it looks
Okay.
the same as what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Because that would be the same thing as a car light coming in.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it was like I just caught it quickly. It was at 8:10 anyway. It was yeah. It was just that though. Like nothing else around it. And of course, and he told you that the Eric. I told Eric that it flashed off, too. It looked almost like the IR or something went in front of it, or a big light in front of it, whatever.
Okay. So, dear friend, I feel a special connection between what happens in this room. I really feel that this area is significant to somebody. You seem to toy with us. Put this up here. You can make a really loud noise if you want to. Just have to touch that antenna. So I'm trying to avoid triggering the music box. Just want to stand as close to the area as I can. I'll lean against this wall. It can support me. Was somebody buried in this spot? That's the vibe I get. We know that people's remains were disturbed and removed from here, exhumed from the ground to put in place this building. We are 6 feet under right now. Is this your resting place? Was it your resting place? Henri Seguin. Is this where your body was buried? Did they put you in the ground here? We know your body was in fact removed from here, we just don't know where. You were put in this ground. Your family did not claim your body, which is surprising because your sister came to visit. Your brother, Rial, he was your youngest brother, wasn't he? Why did your family want you here? Did they not have the funds to pay for a proper burial? Is this something that you arranged with them before you took your life? Henri, tonight we're here for you. We're not here to get deep into your criminality. It's more about Henri Seguin, the person. It's more about Henri Seguin, the person. We'll probably move down to the hall and we'll turn on that box where you have said your name many times through it. Maybe you can speak to us that way. You just hear a whistle?
Mm-hmm.
Was that you?
I didn't whistle.
We'll just mark that whistle. Kyle would know if it's the doors near him. Henri, if you're whistling, can you do it again? That must have been Kyle. But it sounded like he came from down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna head down the hall now. We'll turn on the box for a bit, and we'll see if we can talk to you there. Up there.
There's no camera down here?
That's not gonna work there.
Is it you, Henri? Henri Seguin, mon âme, c'est toi? Like with a name like Henri Seguin, it was obviously French, right?
Yeah. His last letter was in French.
Bonjour, Henri. On est juste ici pour vous parler.
Henry, you have an opportunity to say something to us. Henry, I hope that you're not angry. Henry, can you state your name to let us know that we're here? Henry, you gotta be more clear with us. Elizabeth, if you're here, and holy, and holy, well, as soon as I said Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
So we've been in the name Elizabeth down here a lot for multiple different people. And it's around the question on who is the lady in black. Elizabeth, do we have it right? Can you say your name? Elizabeth, is Henry here? There's a device on the stairs. Can you touch it for us if somebody is here? You just go up to it, the red light, and just try to touch it for us.
It sounds like something's trying to communicate. Very slowly, just tell us your name. We want to know who we're speaking with.
See, a lot of this when I review it, I can figure it out. Henry, do you think that you're ready for us to go to the space where you took your life? We're kind of working up to it. I've never heard screeches like that.
It's like something's yelling.
Is somebody upset with us? If you're upset, you can go ahead and yell to let us know. Yeah, Henry, you had many names. You went by many aliases. I can understand because you were running away from a murder.
Multiple murders at one point.
Well, they found the bodies after he died.
Oh,
of
did they?
friends and family. Henry, did you murder that family?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
We're going to turn off the box and we just want to have some questions in the silence. So we'll just do a little EVP session here. Elizabeth or Henry, or even Jim, if you're here and you're watching us and you're listening to us, please take this opportunity to speak to us. Use all your strength. Give us a few words.
I'm hearing voices.
Are you?
Yeah.
Tell us your names.
Seguin, if it's you, how did you end up in the Gatineau Hills? Trying to make sense of all the spaces. Out of nowhere, you ended up in the Gatineau Hills because that's where they found your blood-soaked clothes. And as they were looking for you in the hills, you fled to British Columbia. Was that planned?
But what if it wasn't Seguin and it was the actual murderer that went through the Gatineau Hills and ditched the clothes while he was on his way to British Columbia
For
because
whatever
he knew
reason.
that they thought it was him?
That's a good point.
I mean, Seguin could have been an accomplice. He could have been there. He could have been the man that didn't pull the trigger.
Because me, what's weird is that they never talk about the cab driver. So it's like this person was found in a cab.
You have to assume that Mr. Hurd was the cab driver.
Well, no, he was a well-off man. It says it on the
So why
paper.
was he in the cab?
That's what I'm thinking. Was he in the cab and Seguin wasn't
But
in the
Seguin's
cab?
paperwork was found in the cab.
In the cab. So was
What if
Seguin
he's-
working as a cabbie?
Well, what if he stole the cab?
There you go.
What
Okay.
if,
He was a thief. He robbed people. So why wouldn't he steal a cab?
like I said, we can't access the court records because they're sealed because this happened in the 1950s. We can only assume and go by the little information that has come out about it. So, I mean, there's a whole story to Seguin that we really will not learn for another 30 years, 25 years until these documents can be public.
Because a lot of it, there's a lot of holes.
But we'll talk more on Henry, your claim to innocence when we go to your death scene, and we'll try to get deep there into what happened and theories around it. But it kind of makes sense. What if you did have an accomplice and the police were not chasing you, but they were chasing your accomplice? Accomplice.
L'accomplice.
I am hearing distant talk.
That's what I was saying, man. I don't know if it's someone upstairs, in that hole, at the top of the stairs. On
No,
the same
it's a
side.
Stan holiday. There's absolutely nobody here. But it's like he's coming down towards
I don't know if I think it's him or
where Kyle is. We captured a walkie-talkie voice here, and that was interesting. I wonder if we can capture that again. Court secured.
This little thing it keeps doing. Joe. I don't know. Because he put it upstairs. He put it upstairs. He put it there something you need to tell us?
Jim, are you in the hole?
Whoa.
That was weird.
That sounded like rocks or gravel.
Yeah.
Like moving or
Maybe Kyle
shifting.
caught that. That gave me shivers down my spine, man.
And it came from it was
Where
like,
he would have been.
Weird. So, Jim, were you in one of the holes or pits that they found when they put this building here? They excavated it and they found these kind of 8 by 6 foot thick stone wall kind of pits that they lowered prisoners into. They found some of those here.
Did you hear
I keep thinking I'm hearing talking to a child.
that? It's over there, man.
I'm hearing it the other way. I just want to stand up to listen. That rock sound was weird.
In the hole.
Jim, are you still in the hole? Heard it again, but like this way. For those watching this live, I can play that in the hole EVP if you're interested to hear it. This is why we're saying in the hole in a weird way, because of an EVP that was captured here. I'm freezing right now, dude, like freezing. Like I was like sweating inside of that punishment cell.
Like I
Here,
feel a
like,
breeze, like a cold breeze. Like I feel like I'm freezing.
I feel uncomfortable cold. Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
this.
Something's here, man.
But it wasn't like that before.
I felt like something was touching me behind me.
I just heard a footstep over there. I hope Kyle's doing his best to be completely silent.
What's that? What's that? Are you moving? Oh, okay, fuck.
Oh, the IR.
Jesus.
You only see it on the
It was like we finally got a shadow man.
Yeah, dual IR lights is not ideal, but we want to capture every angle, so. It's really cold. If you're here, can you touch that device on the stairs? I'll say it again. I would really like you to. You'll confirm for us what we're feeling.
Like my ears are cold like we're outside.
So when I marked, I thought I heard a voice.
Been hearing voices since we've been in this hallway, man. All right.
All right, Elizabeth, Henry, Jim, thank you so much.
I'm like shivering, I'm so cold.
Okay, I don't know if it's my eyes, but I thought I like literally saw a white silhouette of a person by the stairs. I wish we could get one of the NVR cameras to reach down here, but we don't have any 300-foot Ethernet cords. It was like a perfect like silhouette, but like white. But it could just be my mind. Can you play that music box for us? Let me do a little step in the nurses' quarters. Just checking in here before we go up there. Can you play a little tune for us? I think you're done playing with the whole walking away thing and ringing the devices like you used to. I think you know that we caught on to it and we know what you're doing. But please feel free to continue to do it.
I didn't move at all. And there's like
What
a...
is that?
Is there a bomb?
What the fuck was that?
There's where I saw the shadow figure and you heard the footsteps there. There's something I don't know if there's. Do you have a device in there or something? Something that's like flashing by, or it's a cat ball. Okay.
What was that?
It was over there, and then the whole building was shaking.
You didn't hear that?
Or feel it?
No, I didn't. Not on that one, anyway. But there's like so many. I need a notepad. I gotta go get a notepad.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think we'll do a break and then.
The noises are coming, going. They're
Did
not
you hear
over
anything
here.
in the hall when we were there?
Yes, yeah, tons. I got it written right here.
Kyle, what the
Well, I didn't have any notepads.
What is that?
That was on my. I put them on the
Stop moving
XLRs. I put them on the XLRs, eh? So
What is
that
that?
means footsteps. There was one point where there was prominent footsteps. Like I don't know where it was coming from. I'd have to go back and look, eh? But it almost like somewhere near the nurses' station, eh? Like with all the snaps and that, and the a whistle, not the wind. It was like that when you were talking about Elizabeth. Right when you started talking about her.
Can there play the?
Yo, Henri Seguin's mannequin is turned around.
No, it's
I'm
not.
joking. Can you imagine?
That would be awesome. He'd be coming running with
It's
the
like
camera.
sitting looking at us.
Okay.